Home is the feeling where you feel most secure in yourself and in your heart. Home is where you feel safe, comfortable, and happy. My great-grandmother, Maria Fraser, did not have this content feeling until years into her adulthood. My great-grandmother was born in a small town in Yugoslavia on the 7th of May 1919. Her parents raised her in the town of Velbekirec with scarce living conditions available. Unfortunately, her father died when she was just 2 years old. However, her mother later remarried in 1924 to Ivan Simonovic, which provided further support for their family. With scarce living conditions in her hometown, the family lived off minimal food and money, which was common among the community. Working opportunities were also limited, due to the war taking a large toll on the country's economic and political status. Maria was able to attend school in her hometown for 4 years. This connection with her education and peers provided her with a sense of belonging and comfort. However, in 1929, this comfort was interrupted when the family of 3 migrated to the Rocks, Sydney. My great-grandmother left the only home she ever knew and started a new life in an unusual home. The Rocks became prominent for immigrants, with Yugoslavs making up approximately 80% of the migrant workforce. Sydney provided a better life for the family with better food, lifestyle, living conditions, and working opportunities. Maria attended a primary school in Redfern, however dealt with great difficulties. Language barriers were her biggest concern as she spoke little to no English. She struggled to understand the teacher's instructions as well as other children in her class. Daughter to Maria, Denise, says, when she was in class, she couldn't even tell the teacher she needed to go to the toilet. Due to these communication issues, bullying became a big factor for Maria throughout her schooling life, and it made it painful to attend. This made her feel unsafe and insecure, lacking the sense of home she wished to seek. Home life in Sydney was another unsafe place for Maria. Her stepfather was not a kind man, abusing her emotionally and physically. Circumstances became so depraved in her household, her stepfather went as far as to stub a cigarette out on her chest. This burnt her and gave her a scar to last a lifetime. The traumatizing scar will remain a reminder of the displacement she felt in Sydney. My great-grandmother felt a great yearn to return to her home country. After finishing school, she decided to move out of home and live in a boarding home away from her stepfather. Due to her limited education, she grew fond of physical work such as dressmaking and started working as a seamstress in Sydney. Finding a career she loved and pursued, my great-grandmother finally developed a feeling of what home could be. Home for Maria had not yet felt completely secure. However, her decision to stay in Sydney soon became her greatest decision. In 1939, she met Australian Andrew Fraser, who, as she described, was the love of her life. The happy couple married in 1940 on the 18th of October at Wesley Chapel. The pair paid for their wedding themselves and later bought their first home in 1941 in Ashbury, Sydney. They both continued to live there for over 60 years, filled with happiness and security. Maria and Andrew Fraser had 2 beautiful children, Denise in 1946 and Ross in 1948. This created a strong sense of happiness and comfort for my great-grandmother. The creation of her own family provided security and safety, which she has yearned for since 1929. The house in Ashbury was not just a physical possession for my great-grandmother, but it was her sentiment of home that she had sought since 1929. With her loving husband and 2 children, Maria created her home from love and with the people she cared for. The home in Ashbury later became a home and safe place for not just herself, but for later generations to come.